Hey everybody, what's going on? Yes, you read that right. Ford finally admits to the 1.0 EcoBoost failure, and they're going to be sending out a recall for this. If you don't know what the 1.0 EcoBoost is, it's the three-cylinder that has the wet belt. The belt fails, basically clogging up the engine. So we're going to go over this article right quick. It's not good. Um, it's going to be a lot of cars, over 100,000 cars, I do believe. But we all know that 1.0 three-cylinder was not a very good engine. A wet belt design is not a very good engine anyway. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look at that site so we can see what's going on. All right, we're on the drive.com. Ford self-clogging EcoBoost engine is finally getting recalled. This has been a long time in the making. Ford self-clogging 1.0 liter EcoBoost engine is finally getting recalled. The smallest EcoBoost engine, known for dying early, and the root of the problem has finally been found. We've been trying to tell them forever that it's the belt's getting chewed up, it's the tensioner. We keep trying to say that, and finally they listened. For years now, owners of the Ford EcoSport and Focuses with the 1.0 liter EcoBoost engine have complained of motors failing on their own due to oil systems that clog themselves. And this is the three-cylinder. After an investigation, Ford and the NHTSA, which is the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, found the cause, resulting in the Ford recalling more than 100,000 vehicles for the second time in 2024. Come on, guys, you can do better than this. All right. The problems found in the 1.0 three-cylinder engine is used in model year 16 through 18 Focus hatchback and 17 through 22 EcoSport SUVs. They developed a reputation for losing oil pressure as early as 50,000 miles, with mechanics disassembling them to find oil pickups clogged by crumbled oil pump drive belts. The problem was speculated to stem from issues with the belt tensioner, and its exact origin was finally confirmed in the NHTSA recall document. They actually found pieces of the belt inside the vacuum pump, which is right to the right of the O2 sensor and, to the right of the Genie lamp oil cap, right up underneath that wire. That is the vacuum pump that helps the turbo, and it also helps you with the brake booster. That's the 1.0 3 liter. The investigation found that the tensioner caulking, or RTV-like joint, breaks down from vibration over the vehicle's service life, allowing the tensioner arm to fall out of position. It can impact the balance shaft, damaging the tensioner and straining the belt. Ford technicians have also speculated this can lead to the loose belt's teeth skipping over the oil pump socket, tearing them off to gather in the oil pan. Either can cause a drop or total loss of oil pressure, both which not can ruin an engine, they will ruin an engine. The failure causes not only a loss of power while driving, but a deactivation of the vacuum pump that aids braking, posing the risk of rear-ending other vehicles. Ford acknowledges one crash stemming from oil pump failure, resulting in 2 injuries but no fatalities. They did find pieces of the belt up in there too. Little small, they look like silicone, or caulk, I guess you could say. Because the belt assembly isn't meant to be serviced until 150,000 miles, which I call BS on that. I had a subscriber email me and ask me about the 2.7 liter pump, and I said 60 or 60,000 mile, but often fails just outside of Ford's 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. Owners have sought recourse through means such as class action lawsuit. Now they'll have some direct support from Ford, which says the recall repair will involve upgrading the tensioner to one with a shorter arm and a bolted joint. The service will also upgrade the belt to one with new material. What kind of new material? Owners are already being mailed recall notifications and will be invited in for service at no charge as parts become available. So this part right here, they're going to put a new tensioner in it and with a bolted joint and a shorter arm. And they're going to upgrade the belt with new material. Why don't they get rid of the belt and put a chain in there? That's my question. It can be done. I'm sure you can put a chain in there where the belt is. Now, what if your belt has already started to come apart and you have pieces of it in the oil pan? So, yeah, we'll talk about that here in just a second. So, what if you already starting to have an issue? What if your belt has already started to come apart and pieces of it are in the pan or stuck up in the pickup? Are they going to have the technician pull the pan down and check the oil pump screen, the oil pickup tube, if they find that the belt is not like it's supposed to be? Um, because then you're already going to have engine wear at that point. So a lot is actually going to go into this recall, I'm assuming. I don't think it's just going to be replace a tensioner and a belt. I think there's going to have to be more steps that need to take place, as in inspect the belt, like I said. And if the belt looks like it has been coming apart, then they need to pull the pan and they need to clean the pickup tube and the pan and all that good stuff. And the technician needs to be paid for that. You can't just slap a new tensioner and a new belt and call it good. Um, I mean, if it hasn't been falling apart or anything and everything looks good, then fine, whatever. I honestly think they should go to a chain. I mean, you can get pretty thick chains. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't do that. Well, wet belt, not a very good idea. Never has been, never will be. But with that being said, I love you guys. I see you on the next one. If you own one of these vehicles, be on the lookout for a recall letter in the mail and go get that fixed, please. I don't want you to have catastrophic engine failure. I don't want you to be able to lose your brakes. Okay, I want you to get it fixed. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.